All right, so I think we have it on record already. So can somebody remind me what the last was? Confidence. I think you were in the class last week, right? So what's the third thing that we said a flowering plant contains? We've talked about the roots, the stems. And somebody help us with the third one.
The leaf.
What do you say?
Leaf.
The leaf. Thank you. So the leaf. You know, one of the ways through which you can actually pass biology is by paying attention. You have to understand it, and you have to understand it by diagrams, if possible by structures. It will help you to understand it very well. So we've talked about the stem, we've talked about the roots. So we're talking about the leaf. If you can see, you will see that I give you diagrams for every illustrations so that it can actually place you in check and give you an easy way to remember what you have been taught. So we want to check the fourth one now. You are in after the class, just go to your dashboard. You will see the recordings of the previous classes. It's already in your dashboard, so you can pick it up from there. So let's go to the fourth one, the leaf. You're on probation. That's serious. That means till you are removed from your probation, you cannot access your dashboard. Now, this is what we do. Today's class and the last class, I will help you to upload it on your. I will help you to upload it on your class group, so you can access it from there. So we want to talk about the leaf very fast because we have a lot of things to do today. Like I said, we'll be considering past questions together on how to approach the topic that we are considering at the moment. So the first thing I said you should know about the leaf is what? The functions of the leaf, right? I believe by now you should know the functions of the roots, the functions of the stem, isn't it? So there are three notable functions of the leaf that JAMB will expect you to know. We are not in your group. Don't worry, I will report to Mr. Latachuko. He will get back to you. There are three things JAMB wants you to know for this year biology syllabus. The functions of the leaf are in threefold: photosynthesis. I believe you understand what photosynthesis is. And am I right? The second one is transpiration. And the third one is gaseous exchange. This is the theory. We have the photosynthesis, we have the transpiration, we have the gaseous exchange. Can somebody explain what photosynthesis is and how leaf carry out this function? Anybody? Anybody, please? These you guys have to talk.
What did you say?
Can you explain how the leaves functions in photosynthesis? That's the question. Or what is photosynthesis? Maybe I should just ask that question.
Is the process, I'm not sure, the process by which green plants manufacture their own food through the help of sunlight. I mean, the presence of sunlight.
In the presence of sunlight.
Yes.
Okay. So the function of the leaf, you are right actually. The function of the leaf in photosynthesis, photosynthesis is the process by which green plants manufacture their food using light energy, or you call it sunlight, according to your definition. However, this is how the leaf functions. The light absorption, the leaf contains chloroplast. So it is the chloroplast that contains chlorophyll, which helps to trap sunlight. It simply means without the leaf, you can never trap sunlight because there's a pigment called the chlorophyll that helps in trapping the sunlight. So the leaf helps in photosynthesis. Any plant that does not have a leaf can never photosynthesize. Please, do you get what I'm trying to say? It can never photosynthesize. So that is the functions of the leaf in photo. There are also other functions in the leaf that aid photosynthesis. For example, the intake of CO2. In plants, CO2 is being intake. In animal, we exhale CO2, but in plants, they inhale CO2. So the intake of CO2 happens to the leaf. There's a small pores that we call stomata. I don't know if you remember. So it is a part of the leaf that helps in this. You can see how the leaves also helps in photosynthesis like that. Number one, we talked about containing a pigment called chlorophyll through the organelle chloroplast that helps in trapping sunlight. Number two, we talked about how CO2 enters the plant through the stomata, enters the leaf through the stomata. Without that, we need CO2 in photosynthesis. That means there's no way photosynthesis can occur without stomata. And if it cannot occur without stomata, stomata is a very vital structure in the leaf. That means without the leaf, photosynthesis cannot occur. I believe you are getting it as you are doing it. If you understand it, you can actually keep it in your brain and you will not forget it. Another one is water supply. If you check, one of the need for photosynthesis is water, and water is transported from the roots to the leaf. There's something we call xylem vessels. I taught you last week. Xylem vessels is one of the structures that helps in transportation water from the roots to the leaf. So that means if there's no leaf, there cannot be photosynthesis. And on and on like that. So that is how the leaf functions in photosynthesis. I believe that is clear. So the second one is transpiration. Can anybody help us with the definition of transpiration? Another person, please. Please, do you understand how the leaf function in photosynthesis? I want to see your thumb up so that I can be sure before I proceed. Okay, gifts. Stephanie, okay. That's good. So anybody with transpiration now, so that we can move to transpiration because of our time. What is transpiration? Anybody? Confidence. Are you there? Anybody? I'm waiting for you guys. So. So nobody know the definition for transpiration, right? Did I assume that? Please, are you guys even with me at all?
Like to
Isheluwa, you are giving me thumb up. I asked you for definition of transpiration. You are not answering me. Do you want us to fight?
should I answer it?
Yeah, go ahead, gift.
Okay. Transpiration is the process by which the root absorbs water and the water is released through the leaf, through the stomata pores on the leaf.
All right, thank you. So transpiration simply means the loss of water. That's what transpiration simply means. So how does the leaf contribute to transpiration in the plant? I was telling you the other time that CO2 enters the plant through the stomata, isn't it? Diffusion also happens to the stomata in the leaf, and stomata is one of the structures that the leaf contains. So the leaves helps in photosynthesis, the leaves helps in transpiration. There's something we call transpiration pool. I don't know if you've had it before. So transpiration pool simply means when more water is drawn from the root upward, like Gift was trying to explain. So when it is drawn upward, that means when there is high level of water, it can be released outside. So that's what we call transpiration pool. It's just the drawing of a lot of water from the roots upward altogether. So I believe you understand the function of the leaf in photosynthesis, the function of the leaf in transpiration. There's something we call evaporation of water also. You know, I said water reaches the leaf via xylem. You used to remember the xylem vessels. It helps in transportation of water, isn't it? The water leaves reach the leaves via the xylem, and it evaporates from the surface of the mesophyll cells into the airspace. So all these structures, the mesophyll airspace, they are all structures of the leaf. So without the leaf, there cannot be photosynthesis. Without the leaf, there cannot be transpiration. Please, are we taking down the notes little by little, or do you want me to be? Do you want me to be depicting for you? So we understand how it works now. So the third one is gaseous exchange. I believe you all understand what gaseous exchange is. Gaseous exchange simply involves the movement of oxygen and CO2 in and out of the cell. That is gaseous exchange. As one gas is leaving, another gas is entering. But the gas are specifically CO2, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. And also, through the same stomata, CO2 enters. You know, we said the stomata takes in CO2 in photosynthesis, isn't it? And the oxygen is released by the same stomata. Do you get it now? So during respiration, oxygen will enter and CO2 will exist. But in transpiration, CO2 enters, oxygen is released. So that's just all about the gaseous exchange. And one of the structures that the leaf have that enables easy gaseous exchange is what we call the thin structure. You know, the leaf is thin and it's very broad. And this allow a rapid diffusion of gases. In case they ask in your exam, what specific anatomy of the leaf enables gaseous exchange? It is the thin structure, or if possible, you can see the leaf is being thin and broad if they don't have thin structure to the option. So the thinness and the broadness of the leaf enables easy diffusion of gases. This is that taking. So let's quickly move to do you have any questions so far in the function of the leaf before I go to the structures of the leaf? All the three things I gave you under flowering plant, the roots, the stem, the leaf. First thing I want you to go and understand. Go and understand all the functions of all these three structures. Understand the function of the roots. Understand the function of the stem. Understand the function of the leaf. Now understand the structure of each component. Understand the structures of the dicots, stems, the roots, and the leaf. The leaf, we have the transverse section. You understand, they can ask you for labeling. They can ask you to identify some components or some structures in each individual structures of the flowering plant, the internal structures that I've given to you. So let me just go to the transverse section of a leaf. The transverse section. The transverse section of a leaf. I believe if they ask you any question under photosynthesis, transpiration, gaseous exchange, you should be able to know this theory right now. How leaf contribute to photosynthesis, how it contributes to transpiration, and how it helps in gaseous exchange. I believe you should know it by now. So the transverse section of a leaf, let me give you a diagram because I actually like diagrams a lot. It helps you in biology. Look at this structure. No, it looks so rough. It looks so numerous. And how do you understand a diagram? You understand a diagram by putting it into sections. Every component have a section they belongs to. For example, when we are talking about a human being, we have internal structures and we have external structures, isn't it? But the first thing you need to know if you want to understand the structures of a human being is to understand the structures that are present in the external structures and the components that are present in the internal structures. So you know that the things you cannot see with your eyes, they are in the internal structures, right? And the things you can see with your eye, they are in the external structures. So that is one of the ways to which you can partition any labeling, any diagram, so that you will not give yourself problem in identifying structures or components in a specific structures. Now let's look at the leaf. The first thing you need to pay attention to that looks like the external structures in the leaf, you first look at it. There's something we call the waxy cuticle. They looks like they are in the exterior part. Please follow me. The upper epidermis. It looks as if they're in the exterior part. The palisade mesophyll and the spongy mesophyll, they looks like if they are in the exterior part. Please, are you with me? If you look at the guard cell is semi-internal and external. The waxy cuticle, again, is also external. The lower epidermis is also under epidermis. Anything epidermis is also external. These are external structures of the leaf. But we have the airspace, which is internal, the guard cells, which is internal. So the first thing you need to understand is that anytime they are pointing to something exterior, that is something at the peripheral level, it is on these 5 things that I draw out: the waxy cuticle, the upper epidermis, the epidermis, and the mesophyll. These 3 things. But under the epidermis, we have 2 epidermis. We have the upper epidermis and lower epidermis. Anytime they are pointing to the, you can see it's the one that is upper here, but it is in the exterior level. It is upper. The same structures that is downward, it is lower. So if they are pointing the arrow to the lower part, you call this lower epidermis, not upper epidermis. Please, are we together? Can you see it there? So another thing you need to pay attention to is your cuticle. You can see your waxy cuticle. It looks like a skin, like something that is covering, like the part that is at the most peripheral level. That is a waxy cuticle. So what you just need to do is just to identify the ones at the extreme external region and the ones that are in the internal region. So the external region is the waxy cuticle. Like I said, your epidermis. Anytime you hear the word epidermis are always found at the peripheral level. They are always at the external level. Yeah, external structures. They are like the cell wall. They give this protection and they help in absorptions of waters for the plant. Now for the leaf, the upper epidermis, they also function like that. Please, are we together? You can see the waxy cuticle. It looks like a covering. That's the first thing you see. The second thing you see is your upper epidermis. If they are, because sometimes the reason why I'm saying this again is that in your jam, they know that people think the most exterior part is the epidermis. They will now go and point the arrow to the lower part, and it's the epidermis, and people will pick upper epidermis. In case you see in your option, upper epidermis, lower epidermis, and all, you should pay attention to where the arrow is coming from. But if they don't want to confuse you, the only thing they will write there is epidermis. So once you see only epidermis and there is no these 2 things there, that means the answer is epidermis. Please, do you get the logic? But in case you see upper epidermis, lower epidermis, check where the arrow is coming from. Is it coming from the upper layer? Is it coming from the lower layer? If it is from the upper layer, it is upper epidermis. If it is coming from the lower layer, it is lower epidermis. And let's move to the mesophyll region. You can see the mesophyll region. The diagram has like a four layer. This is the first layer here. You can see it here. This is the second layer here. You can see it here. This is the third layer here. You can see it here. And this is the last layer here. The middle layer that are two are what we refer to as the mesophyll. We call it the palisade mesophyll and the spongy mesophyll. I will give you the functions of this mesophyll as I move on. Please, are you with me? So we have the palisade mesophyll and the spongy mesophyll. Something like the middle layer is like a middle component or structures of the leaf. And the last layer is what we refer to it contains other structures. It contains the guard cells. The guard cells is what determine it enable the intake of gases. Like it will be closing and opening of water. It will be opening and closing, just like how will I put it now? It's just open. It is section to open and close, open and close, open and close, and home. So we have the air space. The air space looks like the cytoplasm, just like the free space in your leaf. We call it the air space. The lower epidermis have spoken about it, and the quasicortical. Looking at this structure, if they ask you to label any components, please, is there anyone that will give you an headache? I want your response. So, is there anyone that will give you an headache here, or I should continue? Hello, are we all clear? I believe everybody can identify any component or structures in the leaf right now, right? Stefan, I don't get you. Are you thumbing up or thumbing down?
Down.
You don't understand it yet?
Yes.
Which aspect don't you understand?
From that, the explanation.
The explanation. Which part? Is it in the functions of the leaf or the structure of the leaf?
Structure.
The structure. Okay. This is the diagram of the leaf. You can see it right here. But you may be looking at it, this thing is very complex. They have many labeling and all. And I'm trying to tell you that one of the easiest way to understand how to label or how to identify a component in any diagram is by partitioning it into two layers. What do I mean? If you look at yourself as a human being, you will know that you have external structures and internal structures. External structures, they are the things you can feel, the things you can touch, the things you can see with your eye. While internal structures, they are working, they are giving you this functional usage, but then you cannot see them only if you are using X-ray or you are scanning yourself. You may feel it, you can feel your heart, but you cannot see your heart, isn't it? They are internal structures. So I was trying to bring that idea to this diagram. Anytime you see diagram in biology, the first thing is that which structures are at the external level. External level simply means peripheral level. The ones you will see before you enter. For example, if there's a house that has a gate, the first thing you enter is to enter the gate. If you don't enter the gate, you can enter the house. So the gate is acting like an external structure. After the gate, you enter into the compound. From the compound, you open the door. The door is still an external structure. But the moment you open the door, everything is internal structure, starting from the sitting room to the bedroom and everything's like that. So I'm trying to use that idea for you to understand the transverse section of a leaf. There are some structures that looks like they are in the external region, the peripheral region, like the quasicortical. That is the first see in the transverse section of a leaf. And the epidermis. Epidermis is like a covering. It's like a structure in the leaf that helps in the absorption of water. The epidermis is just like I don't know if you remember cell wall under plant cell. You know, cell wall is the first contact, is the first structure that we contact in the cell, in the plant cell. Same also the wasi cortical and the upper epidermis. Now, how do you identify the wasi cortical from the upper epidermis? The wasi cortical is acting like a skin. It's the one at the upper region. The upper epidermis is an other structures that is also at the external structure, but it is different from the wasi cortical. So the first thing I told you then was that now which structures are at the external region? I said wasi cortical, they are the external region. The epidermis, they are the external region. The mesophyll, they are the external region. Those are the things I said. And I said the wasi corticals can either be in the upper region or the lower region. The epidermis, we have upper epidermis and the lower epidermis. We have the mesophyll, the palisade and the spongy mesophyll. And I said when you look at the transection of a leaf, it is partitioned into 4 sections. This is the first section here. Look at the first section here. The first section only contains 2 things, which is the wasi cortical and the upper epidermis. The first section does not have a guard cell. The guard cell of a plant of a leaf structure is in the lower region. You can see the first section contains the wasi cortical and the epidermis. The second structure is from this one that we drew to this place, which we call the mesophyll. Can you see where I'm doing it? That's the second thing you will see. Yeah. Now, the mesophyll is now partitioned into 2. We have the palisade mesophyll and the spongy mesophyll. Please, are you getting it already? And the last structure there is this one here, the one downward. So the one downward contains both the wasi cortical, the lower epidermis, and now it contains guard cell. You can see the first structure does not contain the guard cell, but it contains wasi cortical and the upper epidermis. The last structure contains the lower epidermis, the wasi cortical, and the guard cell. The wasi cortical downward is same as the wasi cortical upward. But the upper epidermis, we have upper epidermis and lower epidermis. And I'm telling you, if JAMB points the arrow to the lower epidermis, please don't put upper epidermis. The only reason why you can pick epidermis is when there is no upper epidermis, lower epidermis in your option. But in case you have upper epidermis, lower epidermis, pay attention to where the arrow is coming from. Is it coming from the top? If it's coming from the top, it is upper epidermis. And if it is coming from the down, it is lower epidermis. And the guard cell is just like, you can see that it looks opened. It's just like a door to the leaf. It's determined like the closing and the opening. You can see the guard cell here. And we have the air space. The air space is like the cytoplasm. It's just like the breathing space in the leaf. So that's just the structure. Just look at it carefully. It is something that is very simple. In your mind, note the structures that are in the external region, the wasi cortical, the epidermis, and the mesophyll. The wasi cortical, the epidermis is in 2 parts, the upper epidermis and the lower epidermis. The mesophyll also is in 2 parts, the palisade and the spongy. It is very, very simple. And that's all. I believe everybody understands it now. So the second thing we need to go ahead now is to know the functions of all these parts. In case they ask you, imagine Stephanie, JAMB can be very, very trickish. Where's my arrow? They can point to this place. You know, this place is wasi cortical, right? And they label it for my figure 1. And they ask you, according to the structures for my figure 1, they can ask you, what is the function of my figure 1? Now, the first thing you need to do is to identify what my figure 1 is, isn't it? Oh, my figure 1 is wasi cortical. Then you now say, what is the function of my figure 1? They can ask you what is the function of epidermis or upper epidermis. They can label it for my figure 2. They can say, what is the function of my figure 2? The first thing you need to do is to identify what is in Roma figure 2. Oh, Roma figure 2 is upper epidermis. Then you ask yourself, what is the function of upper epidermis? Is that taken? So that is why it is very paramount for you to understand how to identify components, how to identify structures in the diagram before you understand the functions. Because JAMB can be very tricky. Very, very tricky. I hope that is clear. So let's quickly go to the parts and the functions of all these things that I've given onto you. Let's quickly go there. So let's start with the upper epidermis. Upper epidermis helps in protection. Let me just call it part and function. Up epidermis. I believe we are getting it little by little. Depths in protection. What else? The palisade mesophyll for photosynthesis. The palisade mesophyll. Photosynthesis. The spongy mesophyll. The spongy mesophyll. For gas exchange. What else? The xylem in case for transport of water. The phloem for transport of food. Let me just write other structures for you in case they ask you. Transport of water. Sorry. Transport of water. The phloem. Please, I want you to pay attention to all these things. Many times we meet the xylem to the phloem. And I think I gave you a logic last week, the last class in biology, how to know the difference. The stomata, stomata for gaseous exchange. What else? Okay, the quasicortical. Let me give you quasicortical. It helps to reduce water loss, and it also helps in protection also. In case you see anything, action, reduce water loss. And sometimes allow it light penetration to allow light penetration. So I think what else? Is there any other thing? The guard cell, okay. I've told you what the guard cell is. It helps to control the opening and the closing of stomata. So please write it down. Out of these three structures in the flowering plant, the roots, the stem, and the leaf, you cannot escape question. That one is certain. Either they ask functions of some components or they ask you to identify structures. You cannot escape the question. So the guard cell for controls the opening and the closing of stomata. So you can see in another option, you can see probably regulate transpiration. I told you. So in case you did not see the opening, it's also talking about the same thing. But I think we are done. Is there other structures I'm not talking about it? Sorry, I'm coming so that you can write. Talked about the vasicortical, the epidermis, the palisade, the mesophyll. Oh, the airspace. I think it remained the airspace. The airspace actually helps in gaseous exchange, but it's just temporary gaseous exchange. And sometimes it also helps to facilitate transpiration also. Let me just give you. So nobody can tell the one that will be absent. It helps in gaseous exchange. It helps in gaseous exchange and helps to facilitate transpiration. It also helps to facilitate transpiration. Please, let's quickly write that down as we move further. Once I'm done writing, you can give me a thumb up, please, so that we can quickly move to the other things. Okay, Richard is done. Gift is done too. So we have some people done already. Confidence is done 3 out of 9. So if you have 5 people, you can move. Confidence, do you understand all the functions now? And the structures? That's good. Richard, what about you? That's good. So please, if you are done, please signify. We have 3 people done already. I need 2 more people. There's a question I saw of recent for your jam. They were asking about location for some tissue. Okay, Shudrak, you're done, so thank you. They can ask location. They can ask you location for xylem fibers. Where are xylem fibers located? Or they can ask you the functions. I've given you the functions of every other things. In case they ask you for location, let me just give you a shot. Okay, that's good. Picture now. Let's talk about the location of some tissues. Locations of some tissues. Some tissues. Implants is another subtopic. Cholenchyma. Hope you guys understand the function of cholenchyma. What we treated last week. Cholenchyma, sclerenchyma, parenchyma. If you forget, hey, who is it remember? I don't use them chop. Where is Suzanne? Suzanne, are you in the class? Suzanne, are you in the class? You're not talking since morning. I catch you. Hope you understand structures and functions already for the transverse section, for the leaf. So in case they ask you, everything I'm giving here is just the location. In case they ask you the location for Kolenkama, Kolenkama are commonly found in the young stems. Please underline the word young stems. Young, 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 young. I didn't just see stem. Let me write it down. I said young stems. And also leaf stalks. Yeah, leaf stalks. Suzanne, do you still remember the function of Kolenkama? Is Eze in the class? Eze, Chinoso, are you in the class? Providence, are you in the last class? Gifts, what is the function of Kolenkama? Stephanie, any idea? Uchenna, Titi Lola, how are you? I've not seen you talking. Paul. Okay, thank you, Paul. Flexible support. That's very correct. Susan, you are not talking. I will come and kidnap you, this girl. I'm warning you now. I will kidnap you. So, like Paul said, it's flexible support. Yeah. Yes. All these things, I've told you how to remember them. I only pity people that are just joining the class because it looks somehow hard and it's very simple. The next one is Sclerenchyma. In case they ask you the location for Sclerenchyma. So, the Colenchyma is young stem, I mean. So, this is how to remember. Sclerenchyma is mature stem. Mature stems. Is that taken? It's mature stem. And how do you know it? If in case you want to forget the difference between can't see the right thing. Might be nothing. Which one? This Sclerenchyma or the Colenchyma? Let me write it again. Sclerenchyma. So they have mature stems. So do you still remember the function of Sclerenchyma? Basically, they give rigid support to the plant. These xylem fibers, they are formed in the TV part. That one is very simple. Xylem fibers. They are found in the roots, in the stem, in the leaf. That's xylem fibers. I've given you all the function of all this tissue before. Xylem fibers, I think I told you, it's for support and conduction of water, right? The phloem fibers. The phloem fibers. They are found in the stem and the leaf. Stem and leaf. So these are the major things that we ask you. So we go to another topic now, which is the last topic under the chapter 4. And that is the internal structures of a mammal. Internal structure of your mama. So that would be the next thing we'll be considering. But I want us to take a break for 3 minutes. I want to restart my system. But let me just write down the topic before I go. Internal structure. Don't go on offline. No. Just give me 2 minutes for me to restart my system. Internal structure. I believe you know internal structure of a flowering plant already. The stem, the roots, and the leaf, the functions and the structures of their organs. So we'll be checking the structures and the functions of the internal organs and the arrangements for the mammals too, of a mammal. Please, do we have any questions so far? Any questions so far? I believe we are all on the same page, Abby. Hmm? So let me give you this diagram. I want you to be looking at it before I come back. So we catch up. Give me just 1 minute, please. Okay, so let's continue. Sorry for that short break. So, where are we? I believe we should not dwell too much on this. It's very easy. Just use with your own structure, Abi. At least you know where your trachea, your esophagus, your lungs. You know everything. Like, all these structures here, they're internal structures of mammals. So I believe it's something you should actually know. Just look at it, study it very well. Is there any structure you think can give you headache in identifying it? Anyone at all? Hmm? Should continue, right? All right, very good. So let's quickly go to, if I give you the functions, I'll just give you the two functions. The human digestive system. They like this question also. Please, we'll be holding a quiz class now on your JAMB biology passport, and everybody's participating. If I call your name and you do not answer me, you look at the human digestive system. So in case they have to, probably they say, A, all these are examples of digestive system. They now write salivary gland, mouth, they now put, probably they put esophagus, esophagus, they put capillary, We shall write different one. They write B and O. You know, capillary is not part of the digestive system, right? So you look at the one that contain all these things, from the salivary glands inside the mouth to your esophagus, to your liver, the stomach, the pancreas that helps in secreting enzymes, the duodenum, the gallbladder, the two intestine, the small intestine and the large intestine, then the rectum and the anus. Please look at it in case they ask you. All of these are part of digestive systems, except, and say ask you, all of these organs are part of digestive system, except, so basically have about, is it not 14 or 12 digestive organs? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I believe that is clear, right? And the last one is the excretory system. Let me quickly give you that one. So look at the excretory system. So before I begin to give you, I'll give you functions of some organs here. I just wanted to be familiar with the diagram first. You can see the renal vein and the renal artery. You can see the adrenal gland. You know what adrenal gland is later. You can see the kidney. You can see the ureter. You can see the bladder and the urethra. You can see there is even between ureter and urethra. Yeah. So this is the bladder. This is the renal cavern. And this is the outer. This is the renal vein and the renal artery. We can screenshot this diagram because of our time, so that we can quickly move to the main organs in the digestive system of a mammal. By now, you should know the major organs in the digestive system: the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine, the liver, the pancreas, the gallbladder. These are the major uh, organs in the digestive system of the mammal. And basically, they have majorly like 3 to 4 functions collectively: for digestion of food, for absorption of food or absorption of nutrients, and for injection of waste. These are the basic functions that the digestive system of the mammal does. What did I call it? Absorption of food, the digestion of the food, the absorption of nutrients, the injection of waste. Will I come again? Digestion of food, absorption of nutrients, the injection of waste. Is that it? I want us to quickly round up. That's why I'm trying to rush a little bit. So we're almost done. Almost. Let's come again. So I've talked about the collective functions of the digestive system of a mammal is in like 3 to 4 fold. You know, the mouth and the saliva, what do they do? They help in digestion of food. You want me to write it down? Digestion of food. And they help in, we have digestion of food, absorption of nutrients, digestion of food, absorption of nutrients, and injection of waste. How that is taken. So let's quickly move to the excretory system. Then we go to the reproductive. Somebody saying something. Let me go back to the call. Okay. Hope it is gotten now, right? If you want to do something, okay, let me see.
I'm lost. I was not listening.
What do you say?
I'm lost. I don't know what you said about this diagram that you reported last. And there was something you wrote about digest. I don't know. I'm lost.
Hey, yeah, okay, let me come again. Do you understand the structure of the digestive system of mammals?
Okay.
The human digestive system. Do you understand that one?
Yes, I understand this part.
This part very well. Okay.
Yes.
So I said that we have major three collective functions. Or do you want me to give you the individual functions of all these organs one by one? Majority of the time, JAMB does not have the individual function of duodenum or esophagus, but they can ask you to leave there. So sometimes they ask for the collective function. But if you want me to give you the individual function, I can give you. So I'm giving you the collective function of. So I said they helps in giving major things: the digestion of food, the absorption of nutrients, and the ejection of waste. So that is how we got here. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
All right. So later we move to the excretory system, and we talk about different organs in the excretory system: the kidney, the ureter, the renal bladder, the urethras, and all. They all have individual functions. Also, they have individual functions, but the collective function is that they helps in removing the nitrogenous waste, and they helps in regulating the water and salt balance, which is one of the functions of homeostasis. So the kidney helps in filling that kind of function. Do you now get it? Now, maybe I should try to give you. Okay, Stephanie, what's the issue?
It's about this diagram now. I didn't understand what you're saying.
Yes. Do you understand the diagram?
No.
Is it the excretory system or the digestive system? Which one?
The excretory system.
This is the diagram of the excretory system. Is that it?
Okay. Yes.
This is the diagram of the excretory system. So we have different organs in the excretory system that helps in excretion. Are you with me?
Yes.
So this excretory system, number one, I told you they can help you to identify some components or some other individual organs in this diagram. So you have to pay attention to all the components that is in this diagram here. Very, very important. And also, I try to tell you the functions of this component. I think the assignment that we give you now is that so that the work can be easier. Everybody should do this assignment. And you should submit. You're submitting the next biology class. You should find the functions of every organs here. I just want us to quickly finish this class. I want us to give us some past questions. functions of every component of organs. Is that taken? That's your. Make sure everybody, please, can you all hear me? Go and study this diagram, the excretory system, and know where every organ belongs to. Then you find the functions of every organ. Same thing applies here. The functions of every organ in digestion. Because we have a lot of things to cover in biology, and I don't want this thing to be functions of every organ in digestion. Number one, you must know where they belong to. You must know where they belong to. First, study this diagram. Know where the salivary gland is. You know where the mouth is. You know where the esophagus is. Know where the liver is. Know where the gallbladder, the duodenum of the stomach, the pancreas, the small intestine, and all and all and all. Know where they are. So after that, know the individual functions of every organ that aids digestion. Somebody want to talk, right?
Yes. Is it where the organs are located?
What is it?
I said, is it where the organs are located?
You must know where the other organs are located. Them can identify. They can just point an arrow to this and call it from figure 1. They can point an arrow to this and call it from figure 2. They can ask you to identify from figure 1 and 2, the name of the organ. Is that taken? All right. So that's your assignment, everybody. Please make sure you know where they belongs to. And so lastly, let me quickly take reproduction. I'll just give you a short note on reproduction so that we can quickly go to past questions. We're almost done with the class already. The reproductive organs in mammals. So we've talked about the digestive organs, we've talked about the excretory organs, and lastly, under mammals, the reproductive organs in mammal. For the male reproductive organs, R means reproductive, O means organs, right? For the male reproductive organs, we have the testes, we have the sperm ducts, we have the penis. For the female reproductive organ, we have the ovary. So another assignment is that go and know the functions of all the reproductive organs. For the male, know the function of testes, the sperm duct, the penis, the ovary, the oviduct, the uterus, and the vagina. Is that taken? Please write it down. Let's move to first question. So in this topic that we just finished, these are the things I want you to pay attention to. The transverse section of root, stem, and leaf. Go and revise it again. What did I say? The transverse section of root, stem, and leaf. These are the things JAMB we had. Let me just write it down for you. The transverse section of the root and the difference between the monocot and the dicot stems. These are the JAMB focus. If you check your past question, you will see these questions are always repeated. The first one is go and know the transverse section of roots, stem, and leaf. The functions, the structures, the location. Please go and study it again. Go and check the previous class recordings. The differences between monocotyledons and dicotyledons. Between monocots, these are JAMB typical questions. And dicot stem. And also they always ask functions of some tissue, like the xylem, the phloem functions. Functions of tissues. Go and know it. And also the supporting tissues also. Supporting tissues in plants. Please go and learn it. I may go and read your previous notes. Make sure you understand all these things. And lastly, the arrangement of mammalian internal organs. The arrangement of mammalian internal organs. Both the digestive, the excretory, and the reproductive. Please, are we on the same page? So let's go to question and answer session. Are we on the same page? Stephanie, what happened?
This function of the reproductive organs, is it for both male and female?
Exactly.
Okay. Sir, please, my name is
pronounced. Your name is pronounced what? Sorry. Oh, Stephanie. Stephanie. Okay, now. How about you?
Okay.
Do you know my name?
No.
You don't know my name. You are now telling me how your name is pronounced. No problem. So let's go to past questions. Let me go and look at my question banks. I hope you guys are ready for my question today. The question is, they are all on what you learned just now. So I want to look at JAMB past question series so that we can attempt it together. Please, like I always say, at the end of every class, always make sure you read, you revisit everything you have been taught. And in case you have questions, please do what to ask. Either you write it, you ask in the next class, or you ask in the group. So let's start. How do we start? Everybody will be participating in the class, in the question. Are we together? Everybody. You are doing the question. We have 10 people, right? Okay, so Stephanie. You be the first one to answer the question, followed by Richard. Let me write it down. Stephanie first. Because Gift always says she's always the first person. Then Richard. Then Gifts. Then Confidence. Then Titi. Suzanne. Paul. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're in the, let me check others. Benita, would you like to participate in the question too?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see you're just joining us.
Yes.
Okay, you will participate in the next class, in the next one. Yeah. Uchina, Lillian, how are you? Lillian,
Okay,
can you hear me?
sir. Yes, sir.
You will participate, so you don't have choice.
Okay.
Shadrach, would you like to participate too? Very good. So let me add Shadrach and so we follow this order. Please don't forget to Shadrach and Lillian. So pick your number. Stephanie 1, Richard 2, Gift 3, Confidence 4, Titi 5, Suzanne 6, Paul 7, Shadrach 8. You are submitting the assignments on your dashboard now. Submit it on your dashboard. So this is the first question. So Stephanie, over to you. If you don't know it, this is who want to be a millionaire. I will make you a millionaire. I will give you something. If you don't know it, don't call a friend. And there's no 50-50. Not at all. So this is the question 1. Jan 2014. Answer it. You have 20 seconds to answer the question. The time is going. Said A. Richard, you raise up your hand. What's the answer? Richard. Richard, oh, you can talk. Oh. Richard, unmute your mic and talk. B. Confidence. B. Very good. Stephanie. The answer is B. Not Xylem. Who can tell me the responsibility of Xylem? Suzanne, yes, B. Who can tell me?
Okay, Xylem transports food in plants.
It transports what?
Okay,
Xylem.
water. It transports water.
Very good. Oh, Richard, I don't know how to unmute. You just press your unmute sand. You transfer the water. Very good. So you can see. I told you that people make mistake with the two. Xylem is for water. Phloem is for food. And how do you know the difference? This is how you know the difference. P, I don't know if that will work for you. P, photosynthesis simply means green plant manufacturing their food by themselves, Abi. Anytime you see P, you know that, photosynthesis. You know that it is food. You get the logic. P starts with phloem. P also starts with photosynthesis. Anytime you see P, you're like, it's photosynthesis, so it's for food. So xylem is the other one for water. And all. So over to you, Richard. This question 2 for JAM 2016. Tell us the answer. This one going, you will know it. You will know it. We've given you a joke. We've given you a joke.
So change the question.
The question is for Richard. We're giving him a joke. So see, we should change the question for him, Abi. Is water and mineral salts. Yeah, you can see that JAM is very simple. Once you understand, if you can pay attention to everything we are teaching in the class, it's very, very simple. Who is the third person? But let me change the question for Richard. Let me change the question for Richard. Appeal. This one I taught you also. I taught you last week. I also make mention of it today. So Richard, answer this again. Exam 2011. Which tissue provides support in young plant stems? D. Parenchyma. Very good. Clap for yourself. Today we have many millionaires. I have many millionaires. Yeah, parenchyma. You guys will be having your mock next week. Your mock exam. Anybody that passed, I will give that person a special gift. I promise you, the best student, a special gift. All right. So who is the third person? Let me check. That's gift. Gift, my girl. Over to you. If you miss it, and you just see Spider-Man here. So this JAMB 2018 question. This one it was last week question. I hope you still remember. I did not read your notes. In a transverse section of the dicot system, vascular bundles. I taught you this even in the introduction for today's class. The difference between the vascular bundles of the dicot stems and the monocots. And I told you one is scattered and one is arranged in the ring. Which one is scattered? Which one is arranged? Is it the monocots or the dicots? What is the vascular bundles in dicots?
Vascular bundle. Wait.
What do you say? Dicots. What's the answer?
It's scattered.
Dicot is scattered.
Yes.
No. Dicot is not scattered though. Dicot is arranged in a ring.
Ha.
Not scattered. It is monocot that is scattered. Have you forgotten the diagram? Should I go back to the diagram for you?
No.
Hmm?
I remember.
Go and check your you remember now.
Yes.
Monocot is the one that is scattered.
I thought
Just
dicot
scattered.
was the one for one sick leave. I made a mistake.
If you don't for my hand, don't worry, I'll report it to mommy. Don't worry. Okay, who is the next person? Please, both you guys. What do you want to say? Okay. Who is the next person? Let me check. Confidence. Very good. After confidence, it is Richard, you want to say something? It's Titi. Please, for those that are not in the lab, understand some questions here. Is that it? Please go back to the last class notes so that you can actually confidence. If you don't get this one, I will come and kidnap you. I will kidnap you for it. Which structures control movement of substances into and out of plant cells? Very good. To see. Some people will pick this cell wall. And it's not cell wall because cell wall does not control movement. Cell wall helps in protection. It's the four structures, the four external structures in a plant cell. So the answer is C. Confidence. This one is today's class. Who is the next person? Titi, let me see your thumb up. Let me see your love emoji. So that I can be sure you are ready. Very good. So this one is for today's question. So Titi, please know it too. No, you're my second girl too. So you should. It's 2019 jam question. The Palisade Mesophy is mainly responsible for. I gave it to Mesophy. I gave it the spongy and the Palisade. The question is for Titi. Photosynthesis. Clap for yourself. Ah, my student Ashano. My student the para. You guys are hot. Yeah, let's do hangouts now. That's good. Yeah, photosynthesis. That's Palisade Mesophy. This, you guys remember spongy Mesophy? This remember the point of spongy Mesophy? Happy you don't remember. So who's the next person after Titi? Yeah. Very good. Clap for yourself. Suzanne. Suzanne. Yeah, let's go. It's also on today's class, actually. In fact, it's part of what I asked you guys behind. But it's very technical. Just pay attention. Which part of the mammalian digestive system absorb digested food? Which part of the mammalian digestive system absorb digested food? Now I said there are three major functions of the mammalian digestive system. So one of it is absorption of digested food. So which part of the mammalian digestive system helps in absorbing digested food? The food that is digested, not the food that is not yet digested. Which part of the mammalian digestive system helps in absorbing digested? Susanna. See, esophagus. Esophagus is the channel through which food enters into the stomach. Very good. Helium. The answer is helium. Please, after the class, like I said, all of you should go and check the functions of all the mammalian digestive system. No, we didn't do it, but I gave it as an assignment. So please go and do it. I'm begging you. So let's go to another question. Who's the next person? The next one should please signify. I should go and check it myself. The next one should give a love emoji. Paul, Mr. Paul. That's very good. My guy, I trust you. This 2017 jam question. Look at the question. The function of the kidney is very good. Very good. You can see all these things are very cheap for you guys. Oh, I said biology is simple. Though biology is very voluminous. Like there are many topics. Like if I tell you the number of topics JAMB want us to know for your JAMB, you'll be like, can we finish it? Because I'm trying to rush us so that we can finish at least 70 to 80% of the topics. So it's very simple. So who is the next person? The next person should give me a love emoji. JAMB 2012. Straight to very good. We did this one today, but I also taught you last week actually. I still don't the amount of topics. So I will tell you after the class. So Shadrach, Alpha. Shadrach, we are waiting for you. Shadrach, do you want to follow a friend? Today I'm someone to help you out. See. I think the question is for me, Shadrach, not Richard now. Richard, you don't tell. Shadrach, Alpha. Shadrach Moto. Are you selling Moto? I need a car. Please send me a car, beg. All right. So you said C. That's very correct. But the question actually is for Shadrach. So Richard, -1 for my own mark. -1. You know, the rule of the game. You don't answer another person's question. -1. So the answer is clear and karma. So I hope you understand what phlegm is. Okay, now, Titi, what is the function of phlegm? Let me be sure.
Phlegm
Titi Lola.
transports food. Phlegm transports
Very
food.
good. Very good. Stephanie, what's the function of xylem? Stephanie girl,
Sir,
what's the function of xylem?
transport water.
Water and what?
Mineral salt.
Clap for yourself. Don't do big girl, clap for yourself. That's very good. Yeah, so I believe you guys know it. The parenchyma, cambium, all these things I taught you in the last class, so it's very simple. So who is answering the next question? Can I see your love emoji? Lillian, oh, we're just joining today. Actually, this question, I asked you guys to go and read up on it. So I just hope you know it. It's very simple actually, but it's part of your assignment. The organ that stores urine. You know, I have to go and read the excretory functions, all the organs there. Lillian, do you have any idea? Which organ helps to store urine temporarily? Is it the kidney? Is it the ureter, the bladder, or the urethra? You guys have not read it, have you? Lillian, bladder. Clap for yourself. That's very good. Lillian, we would like to see you in other classes. So you are just joining our class for the first time. Lillian, Stephanie, sorry, Richard, and the others, Shadrach. So do well to stay consistent and committed. Because of our time, or do you want us to continue with the past questions? Let me send more past questions to the group. So maybe tonight I will send like 5 questions or 10 questions that we will do together. Is that taken? But before then, go and read my assignment. All the functions of the digestive systems in mammals. I will be asking you in the night. And for excretory system. And the last one, which is the reason of reproductive. Please go and read the theory. Is that taking place? Is that taking everyone? Do you have any questions so far before we call it a day? Okay, Titi was asking me how many topics are you expected to know? Okay. There are more too. Don't let me fear you. Shall be prepared. Every class, I want us to finish a chapter. So now we've done 4 chapters already. So we are going to the next chapter in the next class, and that is nutrition. Please don't miss the class. Nutrition. We start it, we will finish it. Your head one pause. Susan, don't let your head pause too. Biology is simple actually, but it is very voluminous. That is the issue. Very voluminous. Biology is very simple, but then just have to be committed to make sure you are reading it. So that's it. But you can see, at least from the past questions we are checking together, is it not simple? It is. Richard, you want to say something? You understand it small. That's good. So this is how you understand it more. After the class, go and check the notes again. Read it. And if there's any part you don't know, write it down. Ask question in the next class, or you can drop questions on the group. That is what the group is meant for. It's meant for after class lectures. Ask questions, but use it in a very polite way. Don't insult yourselves. Ask questions, share ideas together. Is that taking? Richard, you want to say something? Confidence, you want to say something? Okay, let me have it.
So what of those that are not in the group chat, like Shadrach and Stephanie? I'm not sure they're in the group chat. So because you say you're going to drop the past question there. So I'm asking what of those are not in the group chats.
So, Mr. Kula, I'll forward it to them. The plan now is for them to stay for 1 week first. Let's see their commitment before we add them to the group chat and give them access to their dashboard.
Okay, that's better. Do you
So
get that
I'll
confidence?
forward it to them. Yeah, I'll forward it to them.
Okay. So it will be forwarded to them as we are dropping it on the group. They will
Yes,
receive
I'm
it from
moving to
their
them.
own end. Yeah, that's better. Richard, do you still want to say anything before we call it today? Let me have you. Richard, are you raising your hand or is it a mistake? No, okay. That's good. Do you have any other questions? All right, so you guys should get ready for the night session for question and answer. So that's good. So how was the class, guys? Hope you. Stephanie, you want to say something, Abby?
Yes, you just said something now about night class. I didn't hear you well.
I mean, just asking question. Like we ask questions sometimes in the night. The night everybody will be settled down. Some people will be eating their dinner. Like gift now, she like eating. Maybe that time she'll be eating. So we'll be dropping questions. Some people will be watching film. So we'll be dropping questions. You look at it. All the questions we are dropping, they are jam questions. So I just want you to be familiar with your questions, with your jam questions. So even if you are not so sure of a particular topic, but by the time you begin to see more questions, you will get more acclimatized, like you adapt more, you understand it more. Is that thinking? So that's the essence. So in case you are available, you should participate. If you're not available, don't worry. Just check the previous chart and it should flow.
Okay, please. By what time?
It depends. It can be 8, it can be 9, it can be 8:30, but it's between that 7:30 and 9. Okay, that's good. So me too, I like love emoji. Give me love emoji as you always give Mr. Lutachu. What we call it today? Let me also receive. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah. Me too, I will take it to tomorrow class. I'm not jealous of Richard. It's not a good thing. Okay, now. So do well to have a good day. I will see you guys this night and also tomorrow for your chemistry. Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, take care now. Yeah, thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. Confidence, thank you. Bye-bye. The number of topics. You shall want to know the number of topics. Your topics in biology, actually, they are 18. They are 18. But biology has a lot of subtopics. So the subtopics that make it more voluminous. They get it now. Yeah. So bye-bye now. I will list all the topics for you on the group so that you can get prepared. You will see it after the class. Yeah, bye-bye now. Take care.